B. Fat 31-year-old neckbeard. Bro I met a few years ago is 24. Feels like a little brother. Is an absolute Chad also. Gives me the snap of some 20-year-old Zoomer grill. Profile pic looks like those typical DILF Zoomer social threads on /B. Absolute cutie. Voice my legit concern to friend that I'm in fact a fat tard. He says it's cool, she's an absolute effed Chad, him. Her 38-year-old neighbor, Turks, we live in Austria, just about anybody who asks. I'm a little stunned. I'm like, F yeah, give me that snap, I'll just rubber it up, I'm thinking. Talking to her right now. She asks me how old I am. Answer 31. She says she had worse. Still talking now, even after I sent her a pic. She sent me 2 pics. Yeah, what the I guess you can also just be lucky. The chances there, I guess. B 8-year-old me, fishing with dad in his boat. Dad asks me to hold the bait box out for him. Shows me how to put bait on the hook. That's it, Anon. Now throw the bait in the river and wait. Throw the whole bait box into the river and wait. Dad lets out a deep sigh. It's okay, Anon. Throw the hook now. Actually catch tiny fish. Dad cuts it in pieces and we use as bait. Catch a big fish and see Dad happy with my excitement. Fast forward, driving home. Sorry if I sounded mad, son. We all make mistakes, and that's how we learn. I miss you, Papa. I'll never forget that joyful look on your face when I took the fish out of the hook. Listen to my aunts gossip amongst themselves like the brain-dead 16-year-olds in the body of 45-year-olds bimbos they are. One of my aunts says that when she was in college, she was cheating on her boyfriend at the time and planning to leave him for the new guy. When she told her boyfriend about this, he punched her in the face. My aunt thought this was hot and decided to stay with him. I hate women. I hate the world. I hate everything. I wish it was still prehistoric times and the world was just dinosaurs fighting each other. Be me. Coffee junkie, gamer. Drink coffee for the usual reasons and because it makes my gaming performance better. One day make coffee as usual. Hop online, jump into a ranked game with a ranked friend. Game lasts 1 hour and a half in a triple overtime match. Have one of my best performances of my life. Grab coffee to take another sip. Look at coffee, still full. Never even drank any yet. Realized I don't need it. Quit the next day. Narrator here. I'm drinking coffee to get through this recording. How is he raw dog in life like that? Take a liking to a chick. Realize she has probably already been with 50 million gigachads. Give up. How can we fix dating? Want something. Give up for no reason. Why is this so hard? Spend months shitposting about how cats are worse than dogs. Found a kitten. Try to humanize it. Try to teach him my name with meows. He literally is trying to tell me to change his litter or he will shit piss outside. He's trying to communicate with me to play with him. He wakes me up by meowing my name. He did that many times. When I want to be alone, he cries with my name to open the door. What the why you say they're stupid? They're fluffy and cute, and that's all I need. Be me. 28-year-old Texas Anon. Live in Corpus Christi. Love it here, but city has a bad homeless problem. Get sick of it and take matters into my own hands. Last week, find a hobo walking through grocery store parking lot in morning. Strike up conversation and befriend him. Offer to pay him $200 if he helps me move furniture out of my house in Austin. He agrees. I don't have house in Austin. We go to Austin. 4-hour drive. He gets out to use bathroom and gas station in random ghetto. I leave him and drive back to Corpus. Is relocating the homeless to shit cities the answer we've been looking for? I think the next weekend I'm gonna pick up 3 hobos and leave them in Dallas. Order fries with no salt, causing the staff to cook a new batch. Put on salt myself. Everything in this world is part of my game. Always hear about how Michael Corleone is one of the most cunning characters in film history. Finally watch The Godfather expecting some galaxy brain Machiavellian shit. His master plan was just to frickin' shoot everyone he doesn't like. Be me. Make a cup of coffee and go out on the porch. Birds are singing. Cats are eating grass and throwing up. Mother Nature gently caresses me with her stinky breath. Small whimsical critters are shitting all over my yard. Yes, .jpg. This is it. Put down my cup on the ground and whip out my D. Take a fat piss on the green grass, thinking of what a great time I'm having. Yes, this is true peace. As I finish taking a leak, I look towards the blue sky and think of all my predecessors and how they were totally right. A simple life is a good life. I pick up my cup again and take a large sip. It tastes like piss. Playing TF2. Arena mode. Whole team rushed out and died. All that was left was me and a heavy. I was playing medic at the time. I ran back to base and saw the heavy AFK. After a while, he came back. "Oh, James, I'm most sorry," in a voice that sounded like he had food in his mouth. From what I can tell, he was probably autistic or something, since he spoke Heavy's lines. Always referred to me as Doctor. Blue team approached. "Doctor, charge me when baby team is near." "Now, Doctor. Hit it, Doctor." Popped the Uber and he ended the whole team. He adds me. Every game we play, I always go medic and he goes heavy. He always yells the battle cry of the heavy or laughs like him all the time. Always thanks me. "You are a great doctor." I think he was poor since he never played any other games besides TF2. When asked, all he responded was, "Doctor, money is needed. Must collect money. But money is hard now." He sounds sad and asked if he ever saw Meet the Medic to brighten up the mood. When he said no, I gave him a link to the video. He was very ecstatic and eagerly asking me about the part when the medic put the Uber part on the heart. Asked if it was possible to get a new heart with Uber. I said heart transplants are possible, but without Uber. He got sad again. "Maybe in the future." He then gave a heavy laugh and said, "Then doctor, heavy will wait for future." Few weeks later, he messaged me saying, "Doctor, heavy will not be fighting until later in the night." It wasn't until tomorrow he got on. For the record, he referenced himself as Heavy, since it's the only class he ever played, and it was in his team name. Continued. Got message saying, "Doctor, Heavy doesn't feel well. I go to other doctors, but they were nowhere near as good as you, doctor." He sent this message when I was already asleep. I have no fucking idea where he lives. Always leave computer on, so that's how I got his messages, if anyone was wondering. Last message said, "Doctor, Heavy will go now, but do not fear baby men on other team. You are good doctor. With you, victory is always good. Heavy will join in future." By the time I read his messages, he was already offline. Never came back online for a year. Yesterday, he came online. Greeted him and asked why he hasn't been online for so long. It was his mom. David, Heavy, died of heart failure. "I'm sorry, are you the doctor he was always talking about? You're the only friend on his friends list. He was always going on how him and the doctor were best friends and always leading the team to victory. I don't know what he was talking about, but I was happy that he was happy. Whenever he was on the computer, he always had this smile on his face, and I've never seen him happier. He always stayed strong because he wanted to be with the doctor. Thank you for always making him happy. I'm selling his computer because we were never really wealthy to begin with. If we were, he'd be here right now. I just wanted to see what was on his computer. Thank you again." My face when I never replied. My face when I was just staring at that screen for hours. Be me. 29 years old. A socially awkward disaster who barely functions as an adult. Work from home doing some mindless data entry gig. Surviving on instant ramen and a steady diet of existential dread. Haven't left my shitty little apartment in days, maybe weeks. Who's counting anymore? Used to have a semblance of a normal life back in the day. Still have some good friends, but we don't meet often. Had this girl once, my first real love. Let's call her Lena because that's what her name was. High school sweetheart, absolute 10 out of 10 goddess. Somehow ended up with a greasy nerd like me. Dated her for 2 whole years. Thought we'd be together forever like some cheesy rom-com. Then she dumped me senior year with the classic, "It's not you, it's me" line that still stings when I think about it. Cried like an absolute bitch for weeks. Never really got over her even after all this time. Moved on with life, or at least pretended to, but she's always lurking in the back of my mind. Fast forward to now and things are starting to get really freaking weird around here. Keep hearing her voice, soft and distant, like she's calling my name from the other side of the apartment. At first I figure it's just sleep deprivation messing with me, since I've been pulling all-nighters on Reddit. But it doesn't stop, keeps happening night after night, and it's starting to feel way too real. Catch glimpses of her reflection in my monitor when I'm working late. Her face just staring back at me. Whip around fast, heart pounding. But there's nothing there, just my empty, depressing room. Starting to seriously freak out, wondering if I'm losing my grip on reality or something worse. Brain decides she must be dead. Like maybe she passed away and now her ghost is haunting me. Last I heard she moved to California years ago. Haven't talked to her in over a decade. Google her name in a panic. Hands shaking, expecting to find some tragic obituary or news article. Nothing comes up except an old Facebook profile, hasn't been updated since 2018, which doesn't help. No proof she's alive or dead, so my paranoid ass assumes she's a spirit out for my soul. Things escalate. Hearing footsteps pacing the hallway at 3 a.m. when I'm the only one here. Whispered words like, "Anon, why'd you let me go?" echoing in my ears, giving me chills. Start keeping a journal of this shit, writing down every creepy thing I see or hear. Find an old photo of us in a drawer, her smiling next to teenage me, and it's gone the next day. Convinced she's mad at me for moving on, even though I haven't, not really. Sleeping with the lights on now, jumping at every creak and shadow like a total coward. Decide I need answers, can't keep living like this with my sanity hanging by a thread. Track down her old best friend from high school on Instagram, some chick named Tanja. Send an awkward DM like, "Hey, is Lena okay? Haven't heard from her in forever." Tanja replies after a day, says Lena's fine, living in San Diego with a husband and a kid. What the actual frick? She's alive, not a ghost, just out there living her best life. Feel a mix of relief and dumbassery, but the weird stuff doesn't stop even after that. Still hearing her voice, seeing her face in the corner of my eye when I'm making coffee. Start researching online, why am I seeing my ex everywhere? Expecting some ghost story forum. Stumble across a thread about schizophrenia. Symptoms like hallucinations and auditory delusions. Oh shit.jpg. Pieces clicking together way too fast for my liking. Realize it's not Lena haunting me, it's my own broken brain playing tricks on me. Book a doctor's appointment, sweating bullets, hoping they don't lock me up or something. Doc listens to my ramblings, nods, says it could be early signs of a psychotic episode. Prescribes some meds, tells me to lay off the energy drinks and maybe talk to a therapist. Start taking the pills, and slowly the voices fade. The shadows stop looking like her. Lucas, my one IRL friend, comes over after I tell him the whole insane story. Big dude who works construction. Laughs his ass off when I admit I thought Lena was a ghost. "Bro, you're such a dumbass, but I'm glad you're not dead or possessed." He's right. Feel like an idiot. But also relieved it's just me being schizo and not a horror movie. Check Lena's Insta profile. She has posted a new pic, smiling with her family. No haunting, no curse, just a normal woman who forgot I exist. Which stings a little. Sit there with Lucas, eating pizza, watching some dumb action flick to feel normal again. Still hear a faint whisper sometimes. But now I know it's just my head screwing with me. My face when I thought my ex was a vengeful spirit, but turns out I'm just crazy. Nice, I guess. European. Go to America. Order a regular hamburger at a recommended restaurant. $12 for a burger? Kinda ridiculous. A monstrous double cheeseburger with a bucket of fries arrives on my table. Loaded with cheese, ketchup, mustard, burger sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onions, sandwiched between two gigantic sesame seed buns. Basically impossible to bite into. Eat like a quarter of it. Box it up and F off. Feel bloated and have to lay down in my hotel later. Go to another burger restaurant. Order the kids' meal. The fat cashier snickers at me. Order 43, kids' meal with fries. Walk amidst the crowd of lard asses with shit-eating grins. It's a patty with cheese, ketchup, mustard, no vegetables, great for kids, huh? And a large loaf of bread. It's still frickin' bigger than large hamburgers in Europe. What a supremely fucked up country. Family Guy. Had been helping my parents to buy groceries at my local Don Quixote since I was a kid. Dad gave me a membership card or something so I can get discount deals and earn store points for him. Been using the card for so long, it had been muscle memory to use the member card for grocery payments. Just went to college. Want to try out that Ona whole thing people are hyped about. Went to Donkey. Bought one of those Tenga models and a bottle of lube. When checking out the merchandise, reflexively swiped the membership card. That feeling when the card purchase history is linked to my dad's phone. That feeling when I was forced to have a 5-hour birds and bees talk with dad that night. Should have stayed a spoiled brat. My face when the childless friend who married a single mom and supports 2 kids that aren't his tells me I'm wasting money on nonsense just because I bought a gaming console to unwind after work. Anon, I need your help. Sure, mom. Quits ranked match. God gave me 6'2", full head of hair at 25. Naturally lean and athletic since kid. Hunter eyes. Musically inclined. Good bones. But also 4.9 inches pencil D fully erect. I was nerfed too hard. Attempt ending it with helium gas. Dad busts in. Removes mask. Son, why? Reply in chipmunk voice. Life is pain. He starts laughing. Go to BK drive-thru. Buy nuggets. Feel weird about being a 20-year-old who still eats chicken nuggets. Pick them up. My nephews are going to love these. Guy just stares at me. Drive home and shamefully enjoy nuggets. Gym receptionist says hi to me. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of these people's lives. Learn sign language and fake being deaf. Probably have to find a new gym to pull this off. Be me, eating ribs at 8 in the morning. Be you, not eating ribs at 8 in the morning. Why live? Download ROM. CMD opens up. Several lines of code are inputted at FTL speeds. Several error messages appear. Screen flickers, PC locks up, and ransomware screen appears. Screen flickers, and everything goes back to normal. Custom error message appears. Just kidding. Game launches and runs normally. What is the nicest thing that a girl ever said to you? I was once ordering food in a Burger King. After I finished giving my order, the girl who took it looked straight at me and said, "I really like your voice." I had never met this woman before, and I never saw her again. She owed me nothing. That was 8 years ago now. Sometimes when I'm sad, I remember back to that girl, and it makes me feel a little better. Be me with family on vacation. Entire family wants to go on a party. Me and cousin disagree. Entire family goes to said party. Me and cousin stay at the house. They left at 22 p.m. We start playing on the PS4. Fast forward to 4 a.m. We're both hungry and drunk like maniacs. Me and cousin have the idea to grill up some meat to eat. Do so, get outdoors and start up the fire. 5 minutes after, this family comes back from the party. Say to cousin how we're both effed because family will just cuss at us for doing something like this late at night. Hear father, both uncles, and 2 cousins approaching the grill area. The girls go straight to bed. Father steps in, looks at me, and scans the meats we have besides the grill. Ain't there some ribs left too? I'll grab them. Uncle says, "Easy on the fire, I'll make some garlic bread." Other uncle says, "Shit, I'll make us something to drink." Proceed to make a full grill meal at 4 to 5 a.m. Eat with family members like it's 22 p.m. Go to sleep at 9 a.m. Good times. What the fuck is 22 p.m.? Finally got a girlfriend. Become more misogynist. Women have life on easy mode and they have no idea how good they have it. If my girlfriend was a man, she'd be Elliot Rogers. Shorter than average, less endowed than her peers, graduated with a worthless degree, is a neat, shy and introverted, is a hafu with a weird racial complex, but because she's a woman with self-control, isn't overweight, 90% of heterosexual men would marry her on the spot if she asked. Mom asks if I want to go to mall with her. I tell her no because I don't enjoy being outside. Her facial expressions becomes visibly sad. She just leaves. I'm sorry for failing you, Mom. I also do wish I was normal as those kids out there. Be me. Social outcast need. Decide enough is enough. Apply to college. Get accepted. First day. Make good with those in my class. Tutor enter. Introduces herself as a they-them. What.jpg? Forget after about 10 minutes. After college, talking about the teacher to my peers. Use the term her instead of they. My peers get visibly angry. Think nothing of it. After a few days of this, they start to avoid me. Social outcast again. Few feelings are worse than the realization that the world has moved on without you. Meme folder. Select all. Delete. Poof. I'm a free man again. Why do I even feel compelled to save all that junk in the first place? Scrolling social media. See post about how badly not having a relationship in your youth can hurt your mental state. Comments are just women making fun of lonely men. I wasn't asked to be born this way. I've never even met these people and I think they hate me anyway. Dude talks about his girlfriend having a body count of 22 at age 23. Ew, what the fuck, man? She's for the streets, leave her. Other dude that's 20 talks about climaxing in 30 girls in 2 weeks and half of them being virgin. Anon is a Chad. You guys are frickin' tarded. Want to make friends. Start acting like a normie. Start dressing like one. Quit my bad habits. Be more hygienic. Build up false confidence. Go out and talk to new people. They all give you that look. No one wants to be your friend. They're cold and callous towards you. No matter how hard you try, you will always be an outsider. You can LARP as a normie all you want, but you never will be one. You will be alienated from society. Absolutely nothing I can do to rectify this. It's just so over. Be me. Living at home. About twice a day, Mom will come in my room or wherever I'm sitting and tell me I smell bad. Really starting to get to me. I shower once in the morning and once at night. Do constant smell checks. Nobody else have ever commented. I've only ever heard, "You smell good," here and there. Friends will hug me when I see them unprompted. Get home and she still tells me I smell like shit. Am I losing my mind? Turned on by my own body smell. Turned on seeing my own body in the mirror, especially my ass, but my entire naked body just turns me on. Like to gaze for minutes on end at my face. Love my long, wavy hair that women find pretty. Into cross-dressing. Like getting things in my ass and climaxing hands-free. But only ever fallen in love with women. Have never gotten a slight bit of attraction towards another man. Disgusted by gay corn. Serious question, am I gay? Be me. Zero success with women. Be kind of a shy beta. Decide to improve. Start working out, get a better job, improve social skills, engage in hobbies, dress better, better hygiene, become more confident. And now, 2 years into this self-improvement and conditioning to become a better man than I was before, I can happily report to you that I still have zero success. Women have the gall to say men are not good at communicating. The gender that is as indirect, dishonest, passive, presumptuous, and hinting as possible. This is a joke, right? Or is it just collective Dunning-Kruger? Italian on here. 22-year-old. Lived all my life in Italy. About to move to the States for college. No idea what to major in. Lazy F. Too tarded to study anything past high school level shit. Really just want to clap chicks and get my piece of paper so I can go teach in Asia. See Italian language BA. Suddenly an idea strikes my mind. Master plan devised. Enroll as local student because I already have residency. Choose Italian as my major. Pretend to be American thanks to near perfect American accent. Never open a textbook or study one single line of text. Ace every Italian course. Zero effort, maximum gain. Get constantly complimented for perfect grammar and pronunciation. Language course, so female majority. Every girl wants me as their study buddy, drowning in coochie. Become most popular guy in my course. Graduate. My face when I just got my degree by doing fuck all. Did I just find a way to smurf my way out of college? Be a regular beta. Bored in computer class. Decide to try to crash school server. Open Word. Brace for mad hacking skills. Type moose. Type it again. Crank up the font size. 1162. Type a whole line of moose. Decide to speed up my moose per minute. Copy and paste the line. Copy and paste both. Rinse and repeat.jpg. Moose per minute is now over 9,000. 3 minutes left before bell. Fingers are now rawer than D when parents vacate the premises. Moose everywhere. Save document, send to every other computer. Widespread system shutdown. F yeah. Forever known as the day Moose crashed the school's computer system. Be me. 25, pretty normal guy with a decent life. Working a solid job. Been dating my girlfriend Haley, 23, for 4 years. She's gorgeous, funny, and we always talked about moving in together. Thought I had it all figured out. One day, notice a few extra hairs on my pillow. Think it's nothing, maybe just stress from work. But over the next few months, start seeing more and more hair in the shower drain. Finally look in the mirror and notice the crown of my head is thinning. I'll panic, but tell myself it's probably temporary. Start obsessively Googling early signs of balding and read horror stories. Buy every shampoo, serum, and vitamin the internet recommends. Haley notices me check in the mirror constantly and teases me. Don't worry, babe, you're still cute. For now. Laugh it off, but the comments start to pile up. Every time she jokes about bald guys, it feels like a knife to the chest. Start wearing hats more, thinking it's not that noticeable yet. A few more months go by and it's getting worse. Hairline creeping back, bald spot getting bigger. Haley's jokes stop feeling like jokes. One day she flat out says, I just don't think I'd be into you if you went fully bald. Start spiraling. Every time I look in the mirror, all I see is the hair I'm losing. Try to bring it up to Haley, but she brushes it off. You're overthinking it. It's not that big of a deal. Yet. The yet sticks in my brain like poison. Eventually Haley starts pulling away. Less affectionate, doesn't want to cuddle as much, stops planning dates. Finally work up the courage to ask what's wrong. She hesitates, then says, I just don't think I'm ready for something serious right now. Devastated, but try to be mature about it and let her go. A week later, mutual friend spills the truth. Haley told her she wasn't attracted to me anymore because of the hair loss. Apparently, she didn't want to deal with a boyfriend who might go full bald. Feel humiliated and furious at the same time. Decide I'm done feeling sorry for myself. Start hitting the gym harder than ever, focusing on what I can control. Shave my head completely one night, figuring it's better to own it than fight it. Post a picture on Instagram, bracing for judgment. Unexpectedly get a ton of compliments. Friends say the bald look actually suits me. Start feeling more confident. A few months later, Haley starts liking my posts and slides into my DMs. Hey, you look really good lately. Hope you're doing well. My face when she wants to come back after leaving me over hair. My face when I've already moved on and started dating someone who actually likes me for me.